Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing today? Well, in this month, very kind of jobless at home, and I just feel like there's some people think that I'm like a scumbag, fucking garbage trash or something because I don't have anything to do. I lost my job because of corona infection. And one more thing, my center is closed due to the corona plague. Well, it's really not good. The first thing. The second thing, nobody wants to be at home. But I still have my income. I help some people to learn English online, and I attend to the translation project for some kind of book and materials document. Well, so I still have a little small income. It doesn't matter. So the question today is how to improve your speaking for IELTS. Well, in my experience, I got a 7 speaking score for the IELTS. I attended to the IELTS examination in December. And the first thing I do when I see there's a minor, I try to smile up and be confident. The first thing, the first impression is really important. The first impression is really important. And if you want to make impression to the examiner, you should know what to do to show, to display on your face as called the gesture. For the part 1, the examiner will focus on your main information about yourself, like your name, the place you live, and something like that. I remember that he asked me about the house where I live. How was my house? How did it look like? And did I have the backyard or the front yard? Inside my house. For part 2, it should be a deep question. It's really deep question. He asked me to describe my old teacher who inspired me a lot, and I told him about my English teacher from high school time. So how to do with this? The part 2 inquire you to prepare the full speech in 2 minutes for 3 parts: the opening, the body, and conclusion. So when you are asked to describe somebody, you should know that you need to focus on the outside to the inside, from the outside to the inside. The first thing about appearance, how to describe a person about appearance, the hairstyle, the face, and the way people look at them. Something like that. And the second thing, you get more details. You walk up to details and give him more details about that. And the final thing, just conclude it all. Why and how that person inspired you, or something like that. Your expression to that person. And if you do quite well for part 2, you have no problem with part 3 because it's really, really short. In the case that you only have 15 minutes of speaking, so the part 2 should be like about 6 or 8 minutes. So it means that you only have 7 minutes for part 3. But the point is, if you do well enough for part 2 and the part 3, it's just like a kind of simple question. To the difficulty of the question of part 3 will depend on your performance of the part 2. This means that the examiner will ask you about things, about the information that you gave him from part 2. And if you gave him a lot of if you gave him a lot of information, and he will try to exploit it, and he will try to display with you. Believe it or not, but he's really depicted me. There is a minor. And that's all. That's everything I want to tell you about my experience for the speaking IELTS. And I got 7. Thank you for your listening and have a good day.